Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently conquering rivers. That's what we're doing here. We'd like to fight Bavaria. Of course, we're truce to them. Moldavia, we're truce to them as well. So the question is, are there any rivers remaining in Europe that we can fight over? Right now. Obviously there are in the future, as truces wear out. But are there any at this exact moment? And I think the answer to that is, unless you want to count this as being in Europe, which I'm not, then no. So navigable rivers up here don't exist. So there's only two other categories. Well, actually, you've got this river here. Fair enough. But the other categories that I was going to include are the navigable rivers in India, and the navigable rivers in Africa, of which there are two. Well, actually, technically there's a couple over here, but there's this one here, and then there's the Nile, which of course we already have. So we could go after a little bit of territory over here. There's two counties that we could take from these guys. This is all de jure, which isn't bad. What other claims do we have? I was hoping to see something a little bit more fancy here. I mean, that's an okay claim, but that's only the one county there. So I think that we go after our de jure. There we go. So we'll grab this, which is legal because it's de jure, and then we'll grab this as well. So we'll declare that, and that will start a truce with these guys. We'll raise up our men-at-arms. How many troops are we even going to need for this? It shouldn't be many. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and raise up somewhere around 20,000 troops. Should be more than sufficient. There we go. And we know that we're going to also have to attack this guy, as well as Ghana a little bit. So we do have 3 wars that we can wage over control of this river. So that's not so bad. And then we know that we can attack over here. We can attack Baghdad. We can also, and for Baghdad, we can only get these 2 counties. Actually, 3. We can get this one as well. So these 3 counties, are they all de jure in one duchy? Sad. Very sad indeed. But that's okay. That is okay. Sure. Give me some prestige. I like it. Well, hello, army. We're going to wait until our men-at-arms are raised. And we will group these together and split off our siege force as per usual. So let's go ahead and do that. No real problems here. And we'll come down and fight these guys just to try to end this war a little bit quicker. And there we go. We should be able to cap all of this very, very swiftly. That alone will prevent them from getting ticking war score. But the plan will be to take all of this. That will not get us ticking because we'll actually need Kitu as well, but we'll hit their capital. Are they going to stack wipe? Who is this guy? We're not allowed to declare on him. We accept. Fantastic. Okay. So we did actually stack wipe them. That's fantastic. We're going to head on over and continue our siege. We're going to start a slow siege on their capital as well. We have Avaricious already. I guess we can take Taxwoman, but I don't think that really helps us. Okay. So we'll just need to get a couple more sieges here. In fact, that ends it right there. So it's over. Let's go ahead and enforce those demands. We don't need to grant out any territory independence because it was all de jure, so that's fine. So we're, of course, going to need to fight this guy one more time for Upper Gurma. But we're going to need to fight this kingdom here. And actually, this duchy is perfection. This is exactly what we want. Nothing more and nothing less. Beautiful. So they have access to, like, 12,000 troops. Sure. We don't have a crossing up here, which is only slightly awkward. But we can embark. It'll be fine. Cool. So we'll raise up a few. Once again, around 20k should be more than sufficient. And we'll wait on the men-at-arms here. We should probably check in on our mace here. Yeah, we should repair this. We should repair this marble scepter as well. Although we should probably think about equipping one of these chronicles instead. Like this one. Cool. We still don't have a crown, which is kind of funny. But we'll just go ahead and debase the coinage with inexpensive nickel because, you know, we definitely need more gold. That's absolutely what we need. And by that, I mean not at all. I have no idea how we're going to go about spending any of this. But it's fine. We're going to land over here. I'm dumb. There's a crossing right here. I completely missed that. But fair enough. There's a crossing right there. So they're going to siege over here. I don't think we care. I think that's completely fine. So after this, we would go for Ghana, and it's these two counties we would be interested in. Sadly, they are split between different duchies. So our odds of being able to get that in a single war are slim. We'll probably have to come back to that one. We may as well siege down this capital, I think. Oh, we got a construction finished. Was that our final construction in our capital? I believe we're done here now. Yes. Double checking over this way. Yes. We're done with constructions. Fantastic. So they're sieging over here. Broadly, I think this is okay. We're just going to go take their capital. Will their capital end the war? That kind of depends, to be honest. We got a goblet there. Sure. So that kind of depends on where this guy is. He's in the capital, so it might end here. And it did. Fantastic. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. We do have to disband before we can redeclare. We'll need to grant these out, and we'll need to create this duchy as well. This is then going to be de jure. That's interesting. We'll come back to that in a moment. But first off, let's grant you this Jarldom. Cool. So now the question is, can we get a de jure on this? Not really, is the answer. Okay, let's see what our options are. So we have these de jure lands. That's option one. And this might well be what we end up going for. This will necessitate a second war against Ghana after this truce is up to take this county. So that's option one. Option two. That's awful. Option three. That's awful. I think that this is our best bet. So we just seize our de jure lands and call it a day. Okay. So we're going to raise up down here. We'll raise our men-at-arms. We will raise levy troops. Okay. So he's got like 20,000 troops. No real issue there. I think we'll be completely fine. So we raised about 30k. We're going to go ahead and start a slow siege. We don't know where their troops are. Oh, hell. There they are. Hello. Fantastic. Absolutely great. We'll see what they plan to do. I'd like to go fight them. So we'll split off our bombards. And down we go. So, there's that done. We should probably get a siege commander in here. We could pay to recruit this guy. Why not? What else are we going to... Well, actually, the reason not to do that is because we gained stress. But we're not having any cash income problems, that's for sure. So we're going to try to chase these guys down and fight them over here. It would be absolutely great to catch them, but surely they're not going to let us. Okay, they're going to let us catch them. That's very questionable. We're going to continue sieging up to their capital, which we're now at. And between this battle and sieging their capital, we may end up winning here. This may end the war. If it doesn't, we'll go after some of these de jure territories. $62. Okay, that's fine. We're going to siege our way southward. Take all the commoners you need. We've got plenty of commoners. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to split this force up, and we're going to slow siege down here. We should siege incredibly quickly through here, so I don't think it'll be a problem. We'll start a feast. Let's see here. Yeah, this is going to siege very quickly indeed. Hi, King Refill. How dare you? That was not a free refill. He paid for the damages. Okay, so we're going to head in over here and get our siege force grouped up with our main force because they have finished their retreat. They're just kind of spazzing up there. Okay. Exciting. So we're going to head down. This siege should finish the war. Yeah, they still can't decide what they're doing, so that looks fine. War is over as soon as we get this siege done. Oh, only 98? I thought that would end it. I really did. I didn't expect to only get 4.5% for this county. Regardless, this siege will definitely end it. And they're still just repeatedly issuing and canceling orders. Well, the war's over. So there we go. We'll disband our troops. And we're going to need one more war against Ghana, and then one more war against Walai. So that is fine. Then we'll have this river under control. And the question then becomes, of course, what do we go after next? Well, let's check in on our truces on Bavaria. We are still truced on Moldavia. We're no longer truced on Moldavia. Okay, I want to double check that there aren't anything else over here to attack, or rather that there isn't anything else over here to attack other than these guys. Now, we could definitely attack here and take this county. And I think we should get that over with. So all we need for this are our levy troops, and they can raise up right here, or rather our men-at-arms, not our levy troops. We don't need levy troops for this one. So we'll do that, and then we'll attack Moldavia. And then Hungary, we still have things that we can conquer. It's these two counties, and nothing else in Hungary. Correct? Correct. Okay, sounds good. So we're heading in here as soon as our troops are raised. And we are over our vassal limit here. I should probably think about Kingdom of Wales? Okay, whatever. Congratulations, this is Welsh now. You can see how Welsh it is from its location. It's very close to Wales. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to be done with this war up here quite quickly. This is not going to be a complicated war. They've already been defeated by another force, so that's fine. We now have ticking, and we're just going to hit here, here, here. War will be over. Maybe faster than that, depending on whether these are commanded by ruler or not. This one actually is. We'll see if we catch it, though. We have an available perk. I guess we'll take defensive measures. Cool. We're 47% war score here, and it's going to be over in just a matter of days at this point. 93% war score. Cool. So in we go. They're going to try to siege this back. That's hilarious. War's over. They're not going to succeed. So we'll enforce our demands and disband our troops. We'll grant this off to a noble of the Norse culture. And of course, we would like to move that into, like, Zaporizhia is huge. I'd not really prefer to move it into Zaporizhia. I'm going to grant it to White Rus. Cool. They're much smaller. So next off, we would attack Moldavia. Are we truce to Hungary? We are not. Okay. Good to know. But we're going to go for Moldavia next. So, de jure lands. That's not a lot. Okay. What's this claim? I mean, it's helpful, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. This is not all that great either. This one's actually pretty good. We would have to grant Zaslavl here independence. But other than that, I think we go for this. This gives us 3 riverside counties. I think that's going to be our best bet for the moment. We're going to need an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of them. So this gives us a full third of the counties that we need for Moldavia. Let's do it. We do need a new steward. That will be this guy. And we'll raise up our forces crossing here. We'll raise up our forces here. Okay. They got a holy order. I'm not shocked about that. 32,000 troops. Okay. We can scale appropriately. Cool. So over we head. Now they may try to return here. We'll see what they decide to do. My plan is to hit their capital. Yeah, he's still in his capital. He's not leading his army. So the plan is to hit the capital and then head back up this way to take the duchy in question. They're walking directly into us. Okay, so we are going to split off our bombards. Give them a siege commander. And head on down while we come up and fight them here. This is saying the chances are even. The chances, pro tip, are not even here. We will win this very easily. There we go. I don't know why the game says that the chances are even in that situation. They are not in the slightest. We got some additional taxes, not like we need them. Okay, so we got their capital there. We're at 51% war score. We're going to group back together, but I'm not going to group our units, like, fully together here. We're just going to sit in the same place for the moment. We'll finish up this siege and then go grab the Barony of Spas, where presumably they have, you know, like a bunch of saunas and stuff. I think that's how that works. Fairly certain. Well, this is interesting. I'd like to come fight them here if we can. We're going to head up and continue to siege, but at this point they lose any ticking war score they might have had. Okay. So we obviously very easily win that. We are above our domain limit, and that is actually because we dropped a stewardship level. So we're going to have to grant out one of these temples. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Completely and totally fine. This battle may win the war for us. Yeah, it might. That plus the siege definitely will. There we go. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops here. Of course, this we have to grant independence to as our very first action. So we will go ahead and do so, and then the duchy here needs to be created. We will give that to, this is currently held by us, but we'll grant this out to a noble of the Norse culture, and we will grant him all of that. Cool. Okay, so that is fine. I'm going to move him into, like, Pomerania here, I think. It's only slightly awkward, but it'll be fine. Cool. So we're truce to Moldavia, obviously. So now our target is Hungary. So we're going to attack for one of these two provinces, perhaps. De jure is awkward for us. We don't care about the de jure for the moment. And I think these are split between duchies. Actually, they're not. We are going to have to grant out 3 territories here. We cannot hold these 3 counties unless we get the duchy. And we would. So we don't have to grant any of this out. Court Chaplain Amalia here is going to become our vassal, and she will retain the duchy. So this will be her de jure territory, so we will not be required to grant it out. Beautiful. We declare this, and she's got like 30,000 troops, probably going to bring in a holy order. It's not that scary. Okay, enemy ally joins, 74,000 troops. Again, not all that scary. Ah, Bavaria decided to join this. Fair enough. We'll raise up like 90,000. Not a big deal. Okay, 100,000. That'll do. Our men-at-arms will arrive over here. I'm looking for crossings over here. There's one here and one here. Okay. We definitely want to go after the Hungarian capital. That's for sure. These guys are just kind of chilling over here for the moment. It looks like they're making for this crossing. So let's go ahead and split off our siege force. That's way too many troops. This should be sufficient. And there we go. We're going to go see if we can catch them at this crossing. Beautiful. Our siege force is going to continue to head up here. We'll siege these 3 castles, and then this one, and then hit their capital. And they're currently running away. Fair enough. Now, there is a potential danger that they run to this crossing and threaten our siege force. We'll keep an eye on that. But this is going to stack wipe. And this is going to stack wipe as well. Okay. They are horrendously misplaying this. That was absolutely horrifically played. They just stack wiped their entire army, almost their entire army, not quite, but nearly their entire army for no reason at all. Okay, so we're going to hit this force here. I'm concerned about these guys retreating to their capital. War's over. Don't need to be concerned about it. It's done. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now, this needs to be granted out, and we can move these into her. There are de jure territory, so it's all completely fine. And there we go. Fantastic. So that's a good chunk out of Hungary. And now the only 2 remaining places out here. Well, there is... No, this is a lake. This is not coastal. Okay. So it's just Moldavia and Bavaria. We're still truced with Bavaria. Well, there's also these guys, but for the moment, we don't have a CB, so that's fine. So we could go after, like, Baghdadid here. That's a potential option. That claim isn't great for us, but we could do a Duchy Conquer. Unfortunate. I mean, we knew that this was the case. Would we get the full duchy here? Would not be created by the war. So honestly, we may as well do a county conquer on Wasit. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Other option would be to go after this guy. Is there a decent duchy here? This chiefdom is irrelevant. Yeah, we don't care about any of that. What's this duchy over here? Inaccessible to us. Okay. But this would all be in Baghdad. Okay. Is that seriously inaccessible to us right now? No, it's right here. I think this is what we go for. Maybe not a holy war, but a conquer. We can't conquer Baghdad. We have to holy war for it. And I think that's because we don't border it. So in that case, we would definitely want to declare war for a county, with the county being this county, and then we would border Baghdad. We'd be able to do a duchy conquer of Baghdad. And that would give us a good amount of the... which river is this? Tigris or Euphrates? I don't actually know. That's the Tigris. Okay. Fantastic. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to work on getting the Tigris River under our control, as well as finishing off the African River here, and the Bavarian River, and just the general rivers out over in Europe is going to be our primary focus. When this ruler dies, we're going to go after these guys with a kingdom invasion, assuming that we can, and that's maybe a big assumption. I'm not 100% certain that we'll be able to do that, but we'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. That is not the button I'm looking for. Let's go for this one. Perfect.